If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical health tips for adults over 60. And tell me in the comments, which of these three foods would be the hardest for you to give up? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Looking back, I didn't become healthier because of one magical food. I improved my habits by making a few realistic changes and sticking with them. For me, the three biggest changes were cutting back on sugary drinks, eating less processed meat, replacing many ultra-processed sweet snacks with more nutritious options. These changes may not be right for everyone, but they made a meaningful difference in how I felt. The third food was the hardest. Cookies, packaged cakes, candy, and other ultra-processed sweet snacks. I loved eating them while watching TV, but they usually left me wanting more instead of feeling satisfied. So I replaced many of those snacks with fruit, plain yogurt, or a handful of nuts. At first, it wasn't easy. After a few weeks, though, my cravings became less intense, and I found it easier to avoid constant snacking. That was probably the biggest surprise for me. The second food I cut back on was processed meat. Things like bacon, hot dogs, and some deli meats can be high in sodium and preservatives. Instead of eating them several times a week, I started choosing grilled chicken, fish, beans, or eggs more often. Within a few weeks, I felt less bloated, and my meals kept me satisfied longer. The biggest lesson? Small changes repeated every day can add up over time. The first thing I stopped drinking regularly was sugary soda. I used to think one can a day wasn't a big deal, but those drinks added a lot of sugar without making me feel full. Over time, I noticed that after drinking soda, my energy would rise quickly and then crash. When I replaced most sugary drinks with water or unsweetened tea, I felt more hydrated, and my afternoon energy became more consistent. That doesn't mean I never enjoy a soda anymore. It just became an occasional treat instead of a daily habit. Getting older doesn't mean you have to accept feeling tired all the time. While aging is natural, some eating habits can make problems like low energy, weight gain, and poor sleep worse. What helped me wasn't a miracle diet. It was paying attention to everyday foods that I was eating far too often. This isn't medical advice. It's my experience, along with nutrition information that many health professionals discuss. Everyone's body is different, so talk with your healthcare provider before making major dietary changes. Let's start with the first food. Have you ever wondered if just a few foods could be making you feel older than you really are? When I turned 62, I realized I was constantly tired, my joints felt stiff, and I didn't have the energy I used to. So I made one simple decision. I stopped eating three foods that had become part of my daily routine. The changes didn't happen overnight, but over the following weeks, I noticed real differences. Today, I'll share those three foods, why I chose to cut back on them, and what changed for me. Stay until the end, because the third one was the hardest to give up, and it surprised me the most.